I am a self-sufficient RuneScape player. One of, if not the first, to have created a self-sufficiency goals and achievements thread. My goals, alongside with playing self-sufficiently, are to maximize profit from all 99s or 120s and to obtain all the best gear. I am Metomaniac9 and this is my progress series. Hey dear viewer, welcome to another episode, and first off I want to apologize for not uploading a video last Saturday. I know I said that I would upload like 2 progress videos a week. Well, I just didn't have enough content back then. And actually I was working on another video, which explains the lack of content in the first place. Anyway, I hope you guys can forgive me for that. This episode will be a bit like last episode, which means I'll do a lot of Reaper tasks. You know, still under the motto of having fun with Mr. Pointy-on-a-stick. So let's see if I can get enough Reaper points to buy me another incomplete Hydrix. And who knows, maybe I'll have enough time to even complete the hard set of the Tirannwn tasks. I guess we'll find out. And as you can see, we're starting this episode off at the Giant Mole, which is of course a Reaper task. A re-rolled Reaper task actually. The task I re-rolled it from was Virago, and well, I'm not doing that honestly. I wouldn't even know how to find a team. And the fact that I have a noxious staff, that makes me not care so much about those seismic weapons. Though a Bombi pet would be cool, but yeah. My pet RNG is bad enough already. And I mean, I'm not even muted, so there's no chance of me getting that. Plus, I'd just be a burden to the team, cause I know basically nothing about that boss. But yeah, anyway, I got a giant mole task again. Like, this is the second in a very short time. I guess Death must have a problem with moles. And to be honest, I can understand him. When you're a kid and you want to play football, and you go to your local park or local pitch, and suddenly you see that it's filled with mole heaps or whatever you call it in English, I don't fucking know. But yeah, when you see that on your pitch where you want to play football, that basically means that you can't play football. I mean, if you kick the ball, it'll go in several different directions. Plus, you could get an injury there. So that's definitely not advised. Now that I think about it, maybe in his past life, Death actually broke his ankle on one of these. That would explain his hatred for the giant mole. And no, I'm not exaggerating. Not exaggerating at all. Death wants to see all the giant moles dead. And I'm glad to help him, together with Mr. Pointy-on-a-stick. Once more, I'm doing my task on hard mode, and so far I've gotten 88 hard mode kills already. Of course, that is nothing compared to my over 360 normal mode kills. Yeah, one could say I hate the giant mole as well. And from all those kills, I still did not get the pet yet. Earlier in this video I said something about bad pet luck. Well, you know, that's proven again. No, seriously guys, I've been bossing for a very long time. And ever since I got Shrimpy on my very first boss kill after the pet update, I haven't gotten any. So yeah, bad pet RNG confirmed. Anyway, about the Reaper task, I had to kill 7 this time, and that gains me 12 Reaper points. Not bad at all, considering this is the weakest boss in the game. Or is the King Black Dragon the weakest boss? That's a tough one. In my opinion, they should battle it out. Wouldn't it be cool to have a boss battle arena in RuneScape? You know, where bosses can just unleash all their mechanics upon other bosses? I guess that would be a cool idea for a live stream. So Machani, if you're listening, you know what to do. Oh yeah, and from the giant mole I didn't get any drops. As if that needed clarification. Well, no drops that are special at least. This time Death sent me to Vindicta and Gorvek. Once again after a reroll actually. This time I rerolled from Telos. And if you look at the clock, then you'll notice that it was quite late in the day already. So I didn't want to bother learning Telos or whatever. And I was even running behind on my Reaper tasks as well, so yeah, I definitely didn't want to bother with Telos. Not at the moment. Well, I actually couldn't yet, because I hadn't unlocked Telos. I still needed that last sigil. The sigil that is dropped by, well, Vindicta and Gorvek. So that is definitely a nice coincidence that I rerolled Telos to Vindicta, the boss from which I was missing the sigil. So obviously I got it after the first kill, but yeah, that is standard, you know. For this Reaper assignment I had to kill Vindicta 6 times, and in those 6 times I got, again, nothing. Well, yeah, I did get that sigil, but yeah, that's not really a rare drop, is it? After those 6 kills I stayed for 2 more kills, and the loot was basically the same. I basically got as much loot as people who are attending the 2016 Olympics have money left in their wallets. Nothing. Well, at least at Vindicta there's no chance of me getting robbed. Ha, death. Good one, mate. Sending me back to Araxxi even though you know I don't want to go there anymore. But yeah, I knew this day would come, and better sooner than later I suppose. You know, now that I still know how to properly fight Araxxi. Then again, I did use melee this time. I thought like, why not impale Araxxi's face with Mr. Pointy-on-a-stick? I mean, with her own damn fang. That would be gorgeous. But yeah, I kinda regretted that decision. Melee at Araxxi, that is not my cup of tea. That kinda rhymes too. Unintentional, by the way. But yeah, throughout this fight, melee was extremely tough. I'm just not used to it at all. Somehow, even with this scythe, I still get hit by Araxxi's melee hits. That is something I don't understand. And yeah, I got dealt a whole lot of damage. Also, path 3 with the scythe, that absolutely sucks even more. I believe I heard my friend was Joe say that path 3 is cancer, even when he uses ranged. Well, Joe, try path 3 with melee for once. That is like super aggressive cancer. Aw man, never again. I'm done with melee at Araxxor forever. Then again, I don't see a point why I would use melee if I'm pretty good at using magic there. So yeah, next time I'm back to using magic, maybe I'll get a second fang. And I still have a spare leg too. So that definitely could make me some nice monies. Also, from these 4 kills I got 25 Reaper points. Araxxi is always known to be generous with those. When it comes to drops, I kinda expected to get another fang, you know, to really shove it in my face. 0 fangs in 1600 kills, then suddenly in 5 kills you get 2 fangs. That's the kind of irony that I see on RS constantly. And that's the kind of irony that I expected right now. But that wasn't the case. Yeah, kinda sadly too, because I have a spare leg. I swear man, if I sold that spare leg, I would have gotten a fang, I just know it. Anyway, I also got a Triskelion fragment and that has number 3 behind it, so I can look forward to that as well. Back when I got those Fletcher's outfit pieces, I often complained that they weren't useful enough to me and that I'd rather have one of those Slayer masks. Well, I've got a Slayer mask right now, a mask of the Aquanites. Seriously, how Aquanite still isn't a Pokemon, I don't know. Anyway, the last time I've killed Aquanites, yeah, I can't remember when that was. I think that was before I got 99 Slayer. Now, I guess that mask of the Aquanites is as useful to me as, well, that Fletcher's outfit. Ah well, it's still nice to have. At least I can't get it anymore. So in turn, I'll get things that are useful to me. Things that are useful to me, I said. Whether the Nimble outfit falls into that category, yeah, I don't really know. The only times I truly train agility nowadays is when I do the agility daily challenge, which I by the way skip a lot. Yeah, the advanced barbarian course, that's not really the most interesting course to do. Also, the location of that course, that's pretty far away. Yeah, I know there's a teleport spot there, but I don't really want to waste game necklaces. They come in handy when fighting Corp. Then again, I do have enough sapphires and gold bars, but I'd rather use those when I get 99 crafting. You know, I'm trying to reduce the amount of XP I get from non-profitable things. This time my target is Commander Zilyana, and while getting kill count I already got a hard clue. When doing Kriya Raw last time, that was a bad omen, because in the rest of the trip I didn't get a single drop anymore. But I did gain a great reward from that clue. You know, a Saradomin helm. That was even worth over 400k. And so far, after 11 kills, that omen still stays true. I didn't get a single good drop yet, though I did gain 15 Reaper points. Oh yeah, and when I'm at God Wars dungeon, I always stay for the full hour. Not that I use an instance though, I don't want to waste money on that. But if I do get anything good, I'll of course show you. About the previous Zilyana task, well, I forgot to record just one kill. And what happened in that kill? Well, I got a Saradomin's murmur drop. Yes, and the one kill that I forgot to record, I got a drop. That is just typical. And with that murmur, the omen that I was talking about is proven incorrect. Also, there's one other thing that happened at Saradomin. Right at the very end of the trip, I happened to lose my yak. Yeah, when I was still at the God Wars dungeon. It had about 72k in it. And yeah, I was really mad that I lost it. So I kind of rage deleted the recording. So, sorry about that, guys. Let this be a lesson for me. That omen that I was talking about earlier, well, I guess it worked in reverse. Instead of not getting a drop from the boss and getting a great reward in the clue, I now got a drop from the boss and got a shit clue. Well, 69k, that's a nice number, but that's about it. And then there's also that ancient mitre. Let me tell you this, I have enough of those. Yeah, actually, when it comes to that set, I got plenty of croziers, plenty of mitres, plenty of stoles, plenty of cloaks. But zero of the other two items. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't get any medium or easy clues. After that nice hard clue, the Dwarven Instinct Aura decides to provide me with an elite clue. And its reward is, well, I would say decent. You know, it's nothing special, we got some twigs in there. Those rune bars are nice. But in my opinion, the best item here are those super restore potions. They will help me in combat and of course gain me even more clues. Which will in turn give me even more potions, which in turn I can once again use in combat. And the circle goes on and Jagex makes money. Ah, RuneScape, you're so addictive. 3 tasks ago, Vindicta. This task again, Vindicta. Death hates Vindicta. Death hates the giant mole. Death hates us all. Apparently as much as RNGesus hates me because I didn't get a drop here either. The 18 Reaper points are nice though. And to top it all off, I got a new personal record. 1 minute and 57 seconds. Yeah, a new personal record. I call that the Mr. Pointy-on-a-stick effect. Well, this is the first time that I got a new personal record with Mr. Pointy though. I expected to get something like that a little bit sooner. Let's just say that I had to get used to melee again. Yeah, let's call it that. Earlier this episode I asked which boss was the weakest, the giant mole or the King Black Dragon. Well, then I got to test out the giant mole, now it's the King Black Dragon's turn. And yeah, I didn't bring Mr. Pointy-on-a-stick here. I know it feels like blasphemy, but yeah, I mean, I need to use those dragon bolts, yes? Well, those dragon bane bolts. The King Black Dragon is clearly weaker than the giant mole. I think I can kill 3 King Black Dragons in the time it takes me to kill 1 giant mole. Then again, there is no hard mode King Black Dragon. So guys, imagine if there was a hard mode King Black Dragon. I would actually still want to see that fight the hard mode giant mole. And honestly, I would put my money on the King Black Dragon. Because 1, the giant mole can't equip an anti-dragon fire shield. And I don't think the giant mole is able to drink a potion. So yeah, it would kind of be an interesting fight, wouldn't it? Anyway, now back to the King Black Dragon, and I got 8 Reaper points for this. Which are 4 less than I got from the giant mole, so that's saying a lot. But as I said, there is no hard mode King Black Dragon. And now that I think further, how would it look? Do you think the King Black Dragon would go up in the sky and start raining fire on you? A bit like Volvega and Ocarina of Time. Well, actually by fire I mean fire rocks. You know, volcanic stones or whatever. But yeah, I'm going off on a tangent here, so... And yeah, about the drops, I got nothing special at all. Indeed, no pet again. I made these Seasingers robe tops in the previous episode. If I remember correctly, back then the price was below 3 million. Well, now the price in the GE rose to just above 3 million. But I managed to sell them for 3.6 million each. So, talk about nice profit. That's over 10 mil, man. Over 10 very easily made millions. So if you're having problems staying motivated for ports, well, let this motivate you. Get your ports done, guys. This is the weekly clue that I got from the skeletal horror, and one of the steps led me to the chaos tunnels. Thanks to that, I managed to complete 2 wildy tasks already. You know, the one where you go over the ditch, and the one where you enter the chaos tunnels. So, 2 finished tasks, that's already a nice reward by itself. A welcome additional reward because this reward is, well, I would say more or less decent again. The only item I like here are those prayer potions. But a 246k value, that's a higher value than it looks like actually. And then there's also that aquarium clue. And yeah, those prayer potions look pretty nice. But that's about it really. How is it even over 100k though? Are prayer potions really worth that much? Because the other items certainly aren't. Regardless, I have reroll, so that makes it all good. And what a reroll it turned out to be! I increased my value by about 350%. And I got a cat staff!
Meowkus!
I already have it though. Those mahogany logs are a nice bonus as well. So are these lantidime seeds. All in all, a pretty nice reward. This is the last Reaper task of the day and I get Lee Jones. Yes, Lee Jones. Then I rerolled and I got Araxxi. Yeah, killing 4 Araxxis, that takes a lot less time than killing, let's say, 11 Lee Jones. You know, just compare the times. For Araxxi kills, that's about 40 minutes, maybe 45 minutes with banking. 11 Lee Jones, that takes about what, 2 hours without dealing one single point of damage to an actual Lee Jones. Yeah, that's how long it'll take me to get 11 keystones. So, no thank you. And I mean, Araxxi has the better rewards, you know. So I couldn't be more happy with this reroll. That reroll has certainly been blessed by the RN goats. As you can see, I left Mr. Pointy-on-a-stick in the bank for this. Yeah, using Mliad Araxxi, that gave me nightmares last time, so never again. So I'm back to using magic. You know, I could switch to ranged, but there's always that chance to get another fang, you know. That's always more likely with magic. And it looks like I still got it. The kills went perfectly fine. And I was rewarded with 25 additional Reaper points. But the best thing of all are the common drops. I got some onyx bolts again, 111 of them. Those are great by themselves, but I also got 2 uncut onyxes. I mean, you guys know how much I love them at Araxxi. That drop is even better than a pheromone. Also, the kill that you just saw was my 4th kill of the day, and I did one more after that. But there's nothing worth mentioning about that one. Sadly, no good drops. Luckily, no death either. So you gotta look at the cup as half full. And with that note of positivism, I end this episode. Because I spent a lot of time on the Vindicta Trader Guide, I didn't have enough time to spend on the Tirannwn task set. So the hard set is still incomplete. But you know guys, I'm not planning to make a video next week, so I'll be able to fully dedicate my time to Soul Reaper and of course the hard Tirannwn tasks. I'm quite close to getting that incomplete Hydrix, and I'm actually not that far away from completing those hard tasks either. By next episode I should definitely be able to get those done. The Wilderness set, well, that has to wait for when things quiet down a bit. So once more I want to say, when I get that incomplete Hydrix and when I'm done with the hard Tirannwn set, then I'm going to start working on my 99 crafting goal. Will that be in the next episode? Well, you'll find out. And for a reminder what my 99 crafting goal is exactly, check the description. And of course, I want to thank all you lovely people for tuning in to this episode again. You are wonderful and I appreciate your support so much, I truly do. I hope to see all of you in the next video as well.